met Moses last week, he was a small prince in a big palace. He had 2 mothers. One of them was a princess. Now Moses is grown up. He is married and has children, but has chosen not to be a prince. Life is very different from Moses from the palace. He lives in the desert and looks after their sheep. Today's story starts on an ordinary day. Moses rounded up his sheep and set off across the desert. He was looking for a place with grass or weeds for them to eat, when he saw a very strange sight. In the distance, at the foot of the mountain, he saw a bush that went on burning and burning. He climbed nearer. The bush was still burning. Very strange. Suddenly, he heard a voice coming from the bush. "Moses! Moses!" He was startled, but he answered, "Here I am." "Do not come any closer," the voice said. "Take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. I am God, the God of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob." Moses took off his sandals and knelt down and covered his face. He was afraid to look at God. God said, "I have seen how badly the Egyptians treat my people, and I'm going to rescue them, and you will be their leader." Moses was very frightened when God said that he was to be a leader, and he began to make excuses. Moses said to God, "But the Pharaoh will not listen to me." God said to Moses, "I'm going to go with you." Moses made another excuse. "How will I explain to people who you are?" Moses made excuse after excuse. In the end, God was angry with Moses. Then God gave Moses a sign. "What's in your hand?" "A shepherd's stick," Moses answered. "Throw it on the ground." When Moses threw the stick, it became a snake. Moses ran away. He was very frightened. He was even more frightened when God told him to pick it up again. Moses carefully reached out and picked up the snake by its tail. Instantly it became a stick again. Then God gave Moses another sign. "Tuck your hand inside your robe and take it out," said God. When Moses took out his hand, it looked dry and dead, spotty and white. "Do it again," said God. When Moses took his hand out again, the skin was all better. Moses still made excuses. God was tired of hearing Moses' excuses. God told Moses that his big brother Aaron could do the talking. Then Moses collected up his sheep and went back to say goodbye to his wife's father. He still felt very anxious, even when he thought that God would be with him. He was just starting to learn to trust and obey God. He took his wife and his sons and set off to Egypt to talk to God's chosen people and to Pharaoh, carrying the stick that turned into a snake, of course. As God had promised, he met his big brother Aaron on the way. They were so happy to see each other that they cried. When they arrived in Egypt, Moses and Aaron had a meeting with all the leaders of God's chosen people. Aaron did the talking, and Moses showed them the signs God had given him in the burning bush. The people believed everything Moses and Aaron had told them. They knew God had seen their suffering and was going to help them. They bowed their heads and worshipped him.